Good morning, Internet. My name is Will Wright, and this is my very first YouTube video. I'll start out by telling you a little bit about me. I'm Will Wright, 16 years old. I'm a student at Pasadena High School. I'm in their drum line, and I'm also in my church's band. Yeah, the reason why I'm starting this whole channel is because I see so many people who are going out and doing just amazing things, like flying helicopters on their for the first time, or you know, like getting a kiss from a bear. And I'm like, I want to do these, but I'm too lame. I can barely even get out of bed each day. I'm too tired and lazy. So I'm doing this to kind of make a commitment to myself and to the whole 3 people who are gonna ever watch this, to get out of bed and to do awesome things. And yeah, so y'all should know a little bit about me. Well, first I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do today. I'm going to band practice for the drum line. We're gonna be working on music today, and then I have to go get a signature from a guy, and after that, whatever happens, happens. To be honest, that's pretty much how I plan my life. Is I show up, and anything that happens, happens. And if I'm not happy about it, that's just too bad, huh? Yeah. So a little bit about me. A lot of you are probably thinking, "Wow, this guy has a really deep voice," and by a lot of you, I mean again like 3 people. Yeah, I do have a deep voice. There's a reason for that, and that reason is drumline. Last year, April 12th, 2015, actually, there was a competition, and it was really hot day. It was like a super hot day, like triple digits, you know, typical global warming type of thing. See, it was like triple digits. I I'm really bad when it comes to staying hydrated and drinking water and stuff. So of course I wasn't drinking any water. And so what happened was, actually, I ended up getting dehydrated, and we were practicing our show like over and over and over again, and it was a lot of exertion, and I'm really bad with exertion for reasons that I'll get into later. And apparently I was a little bit sick, and so I actually almost collapsed after we actually performed our show once. And so we ended up going to the hospital a little bit later, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're fine. You know, nothing to worry about. Just don't do that again." So of course I'm doing it again. And so I was like, "Okay, that's not bad." So then I go home, I go to sleep. It was like 2 in the morning, and that was the start of me staying up really late. Now I stay up really late every night, but yeah. Anyways, so I wake up the next day, and I sound like Satan, like literally just, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's terrible. I lost my voice." Okay. After 6 days, I was like, "Okay, I hope it comes back soon." After about a month, I was like, "Well, maybe it's just laryngitis or something." After 3 months, I was like, "Well, it's not laryngitis." After 6 months, we ended up going to the doctor, and they were like, "Yeah, well, you have a paralyzed vocal cord," which means this one doesn't do the thing that the right one does, because they're supposed to like meet up in the middle, like they flap when you talk, but this one just doesn't move. So it's the middle one, it's the right one doing all the work. And so I'm like, "Well, that's cool. How do we fix this?" And they're like, "Well, there's 2 methods, but I'd say we should just wait." So we've waited about 15 months. Well, not 15 months. About 9 months since that happened. but 15 months in total. And yeah, nothing's changed. It's gone from Satan to Barry White. But yeah, that actually really sucks because I used to have like a really good speaking voice. Like I was the one who always had to like speak in front of the class because my voice carried. I could project it. I had charisma, which I still do, but the voice is a little bit off-putting. And yeah. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the reason why I'm not so good with exertion, actually. I was going to save this for a later video, but I don't know. I feel like you should probably know. Well, what happened was when I was born, there were 2 holes in my heart, and 2 of the arteries were switched, the pulmonary artery and the aorta. And that is called transposition of the great arteries. Except that because I had the 2 holes, the blood, instead of what should have happened was oxygenated blood goes from the lungs to the heart, but because the vessels were switched, they would just go back to the lungs. So oxygenated blood would just do that little circle, and unoxygenated blood would do like the full circle around my body. But because of the 2 holes between chambers, the blood was still mixing, so I was okay. But then at about 6 months old, the holes started to heal up and they started to close. And so then I couldn't breathe. I was like, ah. Well, I could breathe, but the oxygen wasn't getting around. I was turning blue. Then we had an operation, and so now I'm good. Except I now have pulmonary hypertension, which basically means that the vessels in my lungs, they don't expand when blood's pumped through them. So I have higher pressure, and it's harder for oxygenated blood to make its way around my body. So like if I'm, for example, doing the same couple sets for 5 minutes at 180 beats per minute, because that's how fast every show is, for our drumline at least, because our instructor hates us. Yeah, it gets very difficult for me to breathe, and I'll be like kneeling down, going, and yeah, it's hard. And so, I was always that one kid who couldn't run, was really bad at swimming, who would be panting the first couple steps up the mountain. And yeah, it kind of sucked, but it is what it is. And I believe that it's just supposed to make me stronger. Yeah. Now a lot of you, again with the a lot of you, I'm sorry. There's like 3 people total. Anyways, 2 more things before you see the rest of my day. One thing is that you will probably notice that I'm a very cheerful, happy, upbeat person, and that's the reason for that is that I like being happy more than I like being sad. So I'll just be happy, and I will focus most of my attention on making everybody else happy, because if everybody else is happy, then I can be happy. Sometimes I go too far, and I'm focused so much on making other people happy that I forget to be happy, and that can suck. But I mean, usually I'm just, a chipper, very fun guy. Like, if you were ever feeling down, all you'd have to do is sit next to me in class, and by the end of it, you would be having the best day of your life, because I'd just be, what is going on? Yeah, it's pretty fun. And I had it. Oh yeah, here's the second thing I was going to tell you. Me, I go off on a lot of tangents. Like, if I'm talking, I'll get distracted, and I'll start talking about something else, and then something else, and something else, and something something else. And it can get really bad. So if that ever happens, I might edit it out. I might not. Who knows? But I remember one time I was talking to myself about Top Gun. Sorry. I was talking to myself about Top Gun. Like as if I were presenting it to somebody entirely new who had never seen it. And I got distracted and I went on a tangent. And I went on a tangent and a tangent and a tangent and a tangent until I'd come full circle completely accidentally to going off on a tangent about Top Gun. Sorry. And so I was like, what just happened? Did I just get so distracted that I started talking about the same exact thing, just completely separately? And the answer was yes. And yeah, my hair is terrible today, but my mom is out of town and she took the blow dryer, so I have absolutely no volume. I look like a potato. Well, actually, no, I don't, because I like potatoes. I love potatoes so much. They're they're in the top 10 food. I love them. But yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry for the hair today. But yeah, so here's the rest of my day. Have fun. Alright, this is post-practice. I forgot to record during practice because I'm bad at memory and stuff like that. This is my sister driving me around.
Hey!
We're gonna tear up the town. To be honest though, I actually don't know what we're doing. We're going home first, and then the guy whose signature I was supposed to get, we don't know if he's in or not. I've been trying to email him and figure it out, but at this point it looks like I'm not going to be able to get the signature today, so maybe tomorrow or something. But yeah, so at this point we're just going home, going to see what we want to do, maybe go out, maybe stay in, watch some Netflix or something. My brother, actually, Scario set, he's up in Santa Cruz right now for orientation and stuff like that, seeing where all his classes are, where he's going to be sleeping, all that stuff, all the boring adult stuff that I hate to deal with. But yeah, another little tidbit about me is I have like the worst memory ever. Like, this is probably the 10th time I've tried making a video, because every morning that I actually have stuff going on, I'll completely forget, and it'll be terrible. I almost forgot today, but then I didn't, thank God. So yeah, we'll see what the day holds in store for us. So we decided to go out. We're probably going to go to Islands. I changed, so then I am more in the appropriate attire of the place. My sister changed to get out of that work clothes, because, formal.
No, it's casual Friday, but it's still too hot to be wearing jeans.
You guys have casual? I want casual Friday.
Yeah, we have casual Friday.
Yeah, every day's casual Friday for me.
Yeah, it's because you're a bum who doesn't work.
Only one of those is true. Anyways, scary thing just happened. We're walking out of the door. She locks up. We walk up to the car, and as we're getting into this car, this guy like walks right by us and walks up to our door and just starts knocking. And we don't really do anything, but he's just standing there, and we just drive away because, I don't know, our neighborhood's a trustworthy place, I guess. But yeah,
Locked.
the house is locked and everything, but just he watches us leave the house and get into the car, and then he walks up to the door. So yeah, and oh my gosh, the fire is crazy, because I'm in LA, well, Pasadena, but they're within the same little place, and the fire is scary. Like, look at that. Those are not clouds. That is smoke right there. This is insane. I was at drumline practice, and some ash fell down in front of us as we were sitting there talking. Alright, so there's a fairly long line. There's a lot of people here.
It's because it's a Friday at 6:30.
Friday Night Lights, you know.
That's football.
Same thing. Anyways, there's a lot of people, so it's probably going to be a fairly long wait. but I can tell you, this place is worth it. It is worth every single minute that you wait. Unless you're waiting for like over 4 hours, then it's not worth it. But yeah, I'll see you guys inside or something. Alright, so we made it in, not too long of a wait, only 5 or 10 minutes. And, well, this is definitely one of my favorite restaurants, and you can see why. Just so good. All this islandy, tropical stuff. They have a lot of sports on TV. It's the Yankees. I don't like the Yankees. But, yeah, so I think I already know what I'm gonna get.
Good, thank you.
So, we're here for about 5 minutes, maybe 10. You know, it's all going well. We have our drinks and everything. And all of a sudden, I get this bloody nose. So, I took care of it. There's like a couple napkins on the side, covered by another napkin. But, yeah, that's always embarrassing. I was like, I had like a really red face, and I like pulled the waitress aside. I was like, "Can I please have a couple napkins?" Only me, that would happen to, only me. But you know, that's what happens when it's 100 degrees and you're white. Yeah. Becky.
Oh, sorry.
You are the only person I know, the only girl I know, who doesn't order salads every time. You're the only girl I know.
Yeah, that shows that I can eat.
You've never ordered a salad. This is amazing.
Well, I have, just not with you.
Just not with me, just not with me. My sister's the only person I know who never orders a salad. Not even when she's out with guys. Like, literally, almost every time, it's always been, oh, I'll have the salad. You know, I don't know. I hate vegetables, so I never understood that. You know, she's like the only person who's ever not gotten a salad. I know why. I know why. And yeah, all I gotta say is, I'd rather order ribs. TBH. Alright, so now I'm gonna rate the food. Drinks wise, it's a 10 as always, because root beer is my life. And I got the appetizer quesadilla with no greens, because usually it comes with green onions and scallions. Vegetables. Don't like vegetables. So I'm gonna rate it. I got it plain. It's a solid 9. Very good. Second best quesadilla you could ever get. First best is made by my mom. That's the truth. All my friends say it, and I say it too. But this is a solid 9. Plus 10. Service-wise is a 10. So you guys get a 9.75 total. That's good. Alright, so right now, we've decided that since we finished eating, we're all gone. No more food there. No more soda either. But since we finished eating, we've decided that we're gonna go to Baskin Robbins for some ice cream. Hopefully see a few friends who work there. I know like 3 or 4 people there. Actually my mom's old students, because my mom was a teacher. So yeah, right now we're trying to decide if we should do that. I think we're gonna do it. Flavor. I always get my signature, not my signature, but I get it every time. Which, funny story, I've only had Baskin Robbins about 7 times, even though we used to go every time we came to Islands. But every time, I would screw up in some way. I would say something, do something, yell something, that I ended up not getting ice cream.
Always get in trouble at
The last, so, I think 7 times total I've had Baskin Robbins out of my 16 years and the several hundred times we've come.
I've only had 7 times. Today we're gonna make it 8. Gonna get the thing I always get, caramel cappuccino blast. It's an amazing drink. Makes me feel weird afterwards, but it's worth it. Alright, so we made it to Baskin Robbins. It's crowded as all hell in here. My friends are working. I know what I'm getting. Do you know what you're getting?
I'm deciding.
Alright, well, it all looks so good. Oh man. Alright, drinks here. My sister got a couple scoops of ice cream. I got caramel cappuccino blast. It's a solid 8 because it's amazing. It would be a 10, except it does make my stomach feel weird afterwards. But it's really good. So good. Alright, so we're headed home. We got our food. And so, you know how I said there's a fire going on? Well, it's gotten real. Because there is ash on our windshield. Like, you can't really see it with the camera. But like, when we turn on the car, just like, ash just started like, whoosh, flying away. It's crazy. Like, this reminds me of the Williams fire. When we were up in Santa Barbara. And we were at a motel. And we got out of the motel. And we went to the car. And there was like a thin blanket of ash just covering the car.
All over the car.
It was crazy. And, oh man. I don't know what caused the fire. I don't know anything about the fire, really. My guess is that it was just really, really hot and dry. And that's what helped it. So if I'm right, hey, I'm right. If not, then I'm wrong. But I'm usually good at guessing stuff. I'm also really good at time. Like, give me a place and I will guess the time zone within an hour. Dead serious.
Clarify.
I will guess what time it is there, and I'll be within an hour. Right. Like, I'll be either 1 hour below, 1 hour ahead, or right on.
Greenwich.
Greenwich? It's in England. 8 hours ahead. So, 7:32. That means that it is 3:32 in the morning.
Good job.
Yeah. Serbia is 10 hours ahead. I know these random things, like,
Fort Collins, Colorado.
It's only 1 hour ahead, Becky. I know like a lot of random places time zone differences, such as England, or I know that China is 12 hours. Part of China is 12 hours.
Sydney, Australia.
Australia's 18 hours. 15 hours. What?
I want to say it's 19. It's either 19
No.
or 17.
They're 18 hours.
No, I was there. Australia, New Zealand. They're a couple hours apart, so they were 17 and 19.
18 hours. 13 hours. Okay.
I swear.
Maybe it's 17. But I'm pretty sure it's 18 hours
I
ahead.
think it's 18.
Pretty sure it's 18 hours ahead. Yeah. So, this is going to be a fun car ride home. And yeah, the end of the day. Alright, so, it's the end of the day. We're probably just going to be watching Bones for a while now. It's been a fairly good day, actually. Fairly busy. Considering what most of my summer has been, which is books and Netflix. But yeah, I just want to genuinely say thank you to anybody who's still watching the video at this point, because I know this is my first ever video, and well, first one that's made it past 3 minutes long that I've actually liked and kept. So yeah, thank you. I know it's probably not that great. It'll get better over time, probably. I'll get more experience and stuff. But, yeah. My goal isn't to get, 1 million subscribers or anything like that. My goal is really just to make a commitment to myself to do more cool stuff, basically, and I'll feel the need to do that if I have an audience. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys Have a wonderful day, and you guys will see me in the next video.